Good morning to you. Good morning to you. I made you some breakfast. Did you make me one too? So, anyone seen the Elon Bruce? I don't want to be a gossip because there are people speculate, oh, he got punched. But just my observation looking at it, it's not a punch. It's not the right size for a punch. It's the right size for the butt of a gun, though. A punch wouldn't get him in that office. The butt of a gun would. You're going to be in that office tomorrow with the bruise on my face. You're not going to bruise. I bruise really easily. Fuck it. Go in. It's about time everybody knows anyways. Everybody pretty much knows. So it's about time they know. So, yeah. Yeah, even Elon Musk can't buy his way out of this. Yeah, go ahead and let him know. His face was in there. He's like... He was geeking out on drugs or... like Kellyanne, con artist, trying to swallow a bunch of bullshit that he's about to spew up. Like the whole attack on New York Times. Hello. So, this one's mostly about the fact that... Pardon me. Start ketamine on Monday. What I've studied about so far, what I'm hoping to get out of it, what I've done so far in my life, and yeah, I'll keep up. Like I'm going to be going on Mondays and Wednesdays. I'll make it clear that I don't expect it to cure me at all. I just expect it that I may not look so much at the down, I mean, there is positive in the world. And as I was telling my mom, it's not that I don't have happiness. It's just, it's very fleeting, And often I'm the one that makes it. I'm often laughing about something that's wholly horrific, but I make it into a joke that anybody can laugh about. I'll have my mom and other people, my uncle, and start cracking up. But it's like, when you think about it, it's utterly horrific. And I'll be done. I'm like, oh shit, I have to laugh about it. I'm gonna fucking. They don't know I'm serious. If I don't laugh about it, I'm gonna implode, man. Because the one thing I can't, since I guarantee if you probably went back and asked and like interviewed that 7-year-old kid that I was, and then came here and asked me those same questions, they'd probably be very, very similar. Not much has changed. My understanding has gotten better. But my core beliefs of fuck money and all that shit haven't changed. But I don't know. I think that's what was gotten me so down, at 7 years old. I mean, it's just what makes the world go round. It's just money. You can't do anything without it. So you have to you have to go to school because you need money. Meanwhile, they teach you about the guy that sat under a tree and observed gravity. Like, why can't I sit under a tree? Because you're not him. Like, how do you know? He just observed shit falling. I can fucking do that. We'll all be falling as we're out there playing in the field rather than watching, I'm like, oh, I wonder why everybody falls down. I'm going to keep watching this. Okay, they fell down. That's what I do. I sit on the outside, man. I'm usually not in the group. You know, I'm just not. I think that's why I can read people so well, is because like my almost entire academic career, like once I left California, I was pretty popular in California, but once I left that and went down to Louisiana, oh, I wasn't welcome on either side, and there's only really black and white, and so I had a few friends, but you know, most of the time I was like by myself or shit, so I would just watch people, you know, and observe their seasonal patterns of what they, you know, exactly what humans do by nature, because you know they think that no one's watching. One of their own is watching and observing, right in the middle of them. You know, the weirdo is it's over by himself, always looking at the ground. I'm actually doing this shit. I'm listening to every fucking thing. Now I can read people very, very quickly, very well. Helps when you're trying hard not to piss your dad off, so you have to guess his mood. So it's a double dose, you know. But in my drug career days, I've done the fuck was that? So as far as like what I've known I've taken, I've done meth a couple times, but like I stopped because like I'd be wide awake. There's one time I went to the bar and actually had a good time because I was actually talking to people, you know, and be like a social person. But that's just not me. Like maybe once a month or something like that, you know, I'd do something like that. But if I go to the bar, I'm used to like, you know, chilling out by myself, either at the bar in a booth somewhere. Wish I could meet someone who wanted to get the fuck out of there, you know? But, so yeah, I was up one night. I didn't go down to the bar, but I'd done some, and I was like laying in bed, just wish I could go to sleep. It's like my cell was having a conversation, like, how you feeling, dumbass? I'd like to go to bed. What's wrong? Fuck you, man. Is there something that's like not letting you go to sleep? Come on, you can talk to me. You know we did some meth, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. Doesn't that keep you awake for a while? Yeah, it does. Hours. Yeah. And you like to sleep, right? Yes. So we're not doing this anymore? No. Okay. I don't have to come back here and kick you or something, you know? Didn't. Never did anymore. I can only remember about 7 times, but just to be clear, because I mean, I might forget something. You know, I usually say 11, and people that fucks people off. Why would you estimate so high? I'm like, because you guys are afraid of, you know, what can I get away with? I'm like, I may have forgotten something, so I say 11. And if it comes out in the wash, God's like, no, you only did 7 times. I can only remember 7 times, but I didn't know if that was it, so I went and said 4 extra. So I did less than what I was saying. Yeah, sweet. At least I didn't lie. I mean, I lied, but I lied too much. Not too little. I was like, oh, I've done about 4 times. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah, there was that time with the fucking... Oh, yeah. Yeah. And with the... Huh. How did I forget that? Because I didn't want to cop to it. No, I've only done 4 times, man. Only 4. I'm not scum. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. But, so I tried some Balta because I've had, like, you know, issues. And after those guys showed me I had PTSD and shit, and I was trying to start. I mean, I'd been not a team lead, but I had been a knowledge assistant, which is right below. And people in Florida, the main company, the Answer Group. Ours was U.S. Support Company, and we were in Shreveport. And there's Florida. Apparently, they all knew who I was down there. I know I had a 98% first call resolution, which means the people that call don't have to call back again for another 6 months for anything. And I had like a 98%. And so, yeah, they all knew who I was. Some were using my login down there, apparently. I don't know. It was very weird. So, like, when some of the people from down there came up, yeah, there's like this one guy he was like a boss or whatever. I didn't know they were firing people, but something just told me to calm down. There were these two girls that didn't want to do their job because they used to be on the phone doing basically nothing, except telling people when they've gone over the phone, over the limit of time. So they did away with that time limit, so those girls had to go back and answer the phone, which to them was the biggest crime in the whole world, because they were above us. They just called us, "You've been going too long." That's all they have to do throughout the whole thing, and now they have to actually answer, and hello, Bill, yeah, I mean, just like the rest of us lowly peons. And so they wanted me to just sit there and like answer all the questions for them. I'm like, I've got other phones like this. There's other people that were training and stuff. I gotta do, like, I'm mentoring like 10, 15 phones simultaneously and having to remember what's all going on, which, you know what I mean? While the team lead is trying to make sure everything's going on. And yeah. And so they got mad because I wouldn't just sit there with them. And I kept trying to get them. There's like a system called Boss. And I was like, have you typed in the Boss? I'm like, no, type it in the Boss. Then contact me. Yeah, well, what's up? Listen, have you typed in the Boss? No, type it in the Boss. If you can't find it there, then contact me. And just like every time I come back, it's the same fucking thing. And I'm like, look, I'm not coming back. If you haven't typed in the Boss, you type the question in there first. And so they got the manager who's from Florida, who was, of course, trying to score with them. He's over there sitting by them by the time I came back, and they're all looking at me like scowly and foul. And so he gets up in my face. He's like, if I ever hear about you not helping a fucking, blah, 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 blah. And I was about to go like, fuck you. And then somebody just told me to calm down. So I just kind of took like a soldier stance. I just kind of put my hands behind my back and just kind of like, and he just unloaded on me. And I was like, he got done. I was like, sir, I'd like to talk to you more about this, but there are a lot of phones to answer. So if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to work. Can we talk about this at another time? He was like, yeah. Excellent. Thank you. And just went on about my business. And later on, I saw him walking through the halls. I was like, can I talk? He's like, I'm going to tell you saying that, I heard it. I was like, okay. He's like, if you're driving down the street and one person flips you off, that person has a problem. If you're driving down the street and 15 people flip you off, you got a problem. And yeah, we know who you are in Florida, and I've talked to all the people around here, so don't worry about it. I'm like, okay, all right. And that's about the time that one manager goes to ask me if I wanted to move up to like team lead or whatever. Like, yeah. And that's time I can't, because I can't commit to the hours. He's like, get your shit together. And I was like, fuck. Main thing is I keep panicking over this fucking, all right, let me try something like Cymbalta or something like that. Maybe it's all in my head. Fucking go to the fucking hospital with like second suicidal ideation. Cymbalta-induced suicidal ideation. I think the problem with that, it's supposed to make things clear for you. It helps you to process and make things clear. But as I've said, if you go take any thought too far, it becomes nihilistic. Why do it? Doesn't matter. Which of course leads to, might as well end it, right? Because I'm going to get there anyways. I'm going to die. And I think the serotonin, like I wasn't there at first. Things were like, working out fine. But as it worked on through like the month and a half or whatever, and he upped the dose. When he upped the dose, immediately it was just like, pfft. I think I was doing good, and then he moved up the dose, and it's like, oh, and by the way, if you take that thought a little bit further, yeah, might as well just kill yourself. Continue. Damn, that makes a lot of fucking sense. Why am I crying? I don't know. Crying for no fucking reason. Yeah, I know. But, like, yeah, you're right. I mean, ending it sounds kind of good. And all of a sudden the bottle flashes if you have thoughts of suicide. Ah, shit. Okay, the crying. That'll explain that. Because I'm fine. Aside from, like, yeah, just go ahead and cash out. It'd be like the happiest suicide note. Hi! Don't worry about me. I feel great. I figured might as well cash it. Everybody cashes out when they're low. I figured while the getting's good. You know, whoever cashes in with a flush left to lay down. You know what I mean? No one does that. No, guys, okay? No. I'm gonna take my cards and go home. That's $40 million. Like I said, I laugh about things I should not laugh about. Oh, God damn it. Oh. My life's been becoming more and more Joker-esque the longer I just, yeah, that's getting bad. Oh, it's getting bad. So, how's everybody doing on this? Was it Friday? Saturday at 12 a.m. p.m. a.m. p.m. a.m. Just crossed over. What the fuck is that? Oh, I was eating a croissant earlier. So, anyways, no, let's grind some more up there. But so I went my own psychedelic route and shit, and pardon me, I never really did it to. Oh, I'm so fucked up, man. When I first did, I heard like that LSD was not addictive and could cause you to hallucinate. I was like, that sounds fucking cool as shit. And also, won't get addicted. Yeah. Matter of fact, you probably won't want to do it again. I'm like, I kind of understand. But that seems like a weird experience. So yeah, you probably wouldn't want to do it too often. And I finally got to do it, and I never really got hallucinations off of acid. But my brain, holy fuck, dude. I mean, it just focused in on every fucking thing. I was seeing fucking all kinds of shit. It was crazy, like behind the scenes type shit. And then all the people are just like, whoa, I'm so fucked up. I'm like, I want to have like deep conversations about the universe and how did all these fucking things get synced up. Like I noticed something like, how? No, we left from that house and got here at this time. Right? That car just pulled up. All three of them. All three of us, the clock at the store, that guy just showed up in us. How? I don't know, man. That's trippy. Right. It is trippy. There's got to be, you know what I mean? More than just, wow, that's trippy. And I started finding that. I started pulling on threads and I started finding shit. I'm like, wow, okay, yeah. Now that's trippy. That is heavy. Oh, man. Okay, you're just fucking up my trip, man. And so I just started tripping by myself. When we go shrooming, unfortunately, I enjoyed hanging out with people, and that was more like hallucinogenic and definitely more laughy, like laughing. But it was less mental psychedelic, so that was easier to do in group. But even then, like sometimes I would see something, and of course, someone would want to like horn in on seeing it also. I'm like, how can you see my hallucination? It doesn't make any fucking sense. Get your own shit. We took the same shit. It's fucking gone now. Thanks. I could have described it to you, motherfucker. Oh yeah, I think I see. No. Is it right over there? No. Fuck you, dude. I keep telling you, it's on the back of the couch. Oh, it's not on the far. You don't see it, so just stop. Great, it's gone. I remember tripping one time, sitting in front of the poor man's black light. You know, I don't know if anybody's old enough to remember when the TVs, when you would just like change between like you turn the stinking VCR off or the Nintendo Sega off, and there'd just be that blue screen. Like I said, call it the poor man's black light because it wasn't. It had the kind of the colors, but it wasn't quite the same. But I was just sitting there that one night, just tripping my balls off, smoking a cigarette, and so the smoke's rising in front of it, and this little dude with a top hat and a cane comes out of the smoke, and he spins the top hat and does his little thing, like a little kind of a dance, and kind of just does that as he's taking his hat off, and just it becomes smoke, and I'm like, yeah, that's right, that's why I do this stuff. That little shit right there, that was fucking great. Oh my god, bravo, bravo. Real or not, the bravo. That was fucking beautiful. Little stick dance and everything. That was great. Cane spinning. He even tipped his hat and then. Well done. Well done. If that's just my mind, well done. If that actually happened, well done. I went outside and the whole inside, it's like it's not quite sunlight yet. And the entire campus is covered with like almost knee high fucking fog, you know, and just it looked like fucking like a graveyard shit. And I just walked with my guitar over to where the fountain is, the fountain in my video for my Myopic Kashimar. I used to go out there and sit and play a lot. That's why I decided to use that for that video because yeah, fuck, I love that. I love going out there. It's because no one was ever out there, especially at nighttime. Just fucking sit and play. It's awesome. Also, the amphitheater. Yeah, I wouldn't play it too loud because I'm sure it probably would echo. But I just sit like in the middle of the amphitheater, like by myself, and there's like the empty, you know, and just play and kind of sing quietly. Hell yeah. Play some songs. Go back home. When I got up here, was in a bit of depression and also kind of trying to quit the tramadol, trying to find something to give me like a serotonin boost because that's what I mean. It's not even the opiates, it's the tramadol that I'm taking it for anymore. Honestly, it was the serotonin because like I said, just not being sad is fucking like that's an option. But yeah, then also with some opiates in there, it's kind of like, I'll do this. Yeah, that's great. But you know, it's time to come off of that. So I was trying to find something to come off of it. Tried Paxil and fucking blipped like 260 pounds. I was already like 220, and yeah, eventually came down like 230. And I was there for like a while, and then I started exercising like about January. So by like, April, I was down 200. And then I just kept going. And like I'm now like 188. But I just got a bike. Hell yeah. When my kids were up here, we didn't ride very much. I mean, when we'd go ride for like 30, 45 minutes. And it was kind of a hilly area, but we just went kind of like around the block a little bit and then kind of come to the hill. I'm gonna be riding all around downtown, you know, and that's where I want to lose a lot is right here. And so like they recommend us kind of like laying down, whatever. Fuck that, I'll be on a bike and just pedaling my ass off, dude. Go up hills and shit, you know. Just go like once I get to town anywhere. There's like a little Frenier park and ride. That's already close to town. I mean, I could just bike from there to wherever the fuck I want to go, if I wanted to. But I have a card. So nothing else get down to the main Hall Street station or wherever I'm gonna go. Like now I get my cash. I gotta go to PNC Bank to get cash back from my money orders and shit. So I have to get off this. There's like a Barlow and whatever the fuck that street is, and then I have to like walk several blocks to get to PNC. I have to walk to another station. It's pretty shit. I mean, it's not horrible, but with a bike in the cold and in the rain, it's just pretty fucked up. But with a bike, man, I'm gonna be just. There've been several times I've been like at a station. I know the map and I can see like it's like a good like 10-15 minute walk, and they're like, if you can get there in 5 minutes, you can catch the bus there because it's not coming to where I thought it was. And like the nearest one's like, yeah, and like if I had a bike, yeah, I can be there. I can get there. I can get there about then. So yeah, it's a dope ass bike too. They're like I said, they're arguing about whether or not the seat was good. I'm like, oh, I've already got a fucking memory foam seat, and yeah, it's just gonna be nice as shit. I'm gonna put that's what I'm gonna put on there. I don't. You guys argue amongst yourself. It's my fucking bike, and if you want the seat, you can have it. Keep it for like winter time, and like take my good seat and like leave it in the warm. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I hear recently just shit got kind of like really fucked up, My head's always been a really weird place to live because it's like, there's already the biraciality, but then there's also the fact that wanting to help people, but you can't help people without money and hating money. Like what? I mean, that you can just help. Oh, motherfucker. So I have to make a business in order to fucking help people? Yeah. Why? So, yeah. It's even worse is because people like Donald Trump use that shit as a way to fucking play off people's sympathy and get them to give money to a bogus ass, the Human Fund, to quote Costanza. Holy shit, that's a great episode. The Human Fund, wow. That's a whole new kind of low. Wow, when you think it couldn't get any lower than that, just inventing a Christmas gift. Wow, man. Oh, I wish I could have got that picture of the timeless art of seduction. Holy fuck, if you haven't seen it, you gotta look that shit up and realize this would have been like a big, yeah, I got this 65, no, this was a 45, it had been at least this big, framed, and just like right as you walk in my fucking living room, over the fucking main wall, would be George Costanza in his underwear and socks, looking at you, and underneath it says the timeless art of seduction. That's so great. That's just gonna hang it over my bed now. Come on. One stays over in the living room. We got an eye on you. Costanza's watching you. Oh shit. That is not what that couch is for. At least not for you. Oh shit. Oh man. Yeah, dude, I'm hoping that this I was riding the bus today and I was looking up because I mean it's getting closer. Today's Saturday, tomorrow's Sunday, and I start on Monday. But there was like a case study through the group that I was going to. And for all I know, it could be like a conglomeration of case study stuff, or could it be a real person? It could even be something that's kind of like with ChatGPT type stuff, custom tailored to the person that's checking out. You know what I mean? And because when I went through there, it was like this guy's name was Sean, spelled my way. Been suffering with depression since 9. He had PTSD. He had several things that, you know what I mean, just whatever. And but they were describing like what happens. I kind of like to have like a little bit of an idea. I mean, she described like the dissociation. I was like, what is that? I mean, like, am I kind of like skits out or something like that? It's like, that's like where the euphoria happens for some people. Some people don't like it. Some people do like it. And she kind of explained it. And I was like, and said, that's where people get nauseous and throw up. I'm like, okay, that's where the mushrooms kind of would kick in. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, yeah. So I used to have to, I mean, I wouldn't get off unless I threw up. So even if I threw up, I'll be fine. I go, you did throw up? I'm like, yeah. She's like, I'll get you some hydroxyzine. I'm like, all right, whatever. It, supposed to take an hour before you do the treatment. It's just an antihistamine. So, who knows? Might make you groggy. And what I was saying about it before, the crazy thing is that in Unia, the medication they would take to go to the void was called Varian. It's named after the thief that discovered it. And it's like I said, it's part Morncha and part Tomb. One was he said painkiller, but it was like an anesthetic. Because like I said, that wouldn't make sense in Unia. One was a hallucinogen, one was a painkiller. But it basically anesthetizes you for about 15 minutes. But instead of going to the black where you're unconscious, you go unconscious where you can dream. And they're saying that this antihistamine can cause you to hallucinate. And it may be like that same thing. It's designed to be taken with anesthesia. So maybe like it sedates you to the point where you're kind of dreaming. You know what I mean? And with the ketamine and whatever, you might start like virtually dreaming, and your third eye kind of opens, like, you know what I mean? And you see shit that's just not there. That could easily be what's happening when you start to hallucinate your dream eye, what you're supposed to see when you're dreaming. So you see the shit, just like, it seems so real. Because your eye, that virtual eye that sees things, is wide open to your imagination. Your mind's like, oh, it'd be funny if something could, walked in, like, you know what I mean? And there it is, like, oh, what the fuck is that? We called them, whatever, and you have to just go, okay. You know what I mean? And that was the thing I saw about in the case study, saying unlike other psychedelics that he tried, ketamine works with you. You have more control. Whereas like acid and mushrooms just kind of just take over and you go where it goes. He said this is much more like kind of, works with you. I'm like, now that sounds dope. I could use that. He said bring music because the best experience he had was like when he'd be sitting there listening to music and zoning out and stuff. He said when he was there and he didn't have anything, just zoning out, just sitting in the chair. It worked well, but it was better with the with headphones. So I'm gonna bring some music and stuff. I've got some actual sleep music. That was supposed to be for lucid dreaming. I can make like a playlist and then put it on Facebook, and that way I can stream it to my tablet, which will be streamed to my, earbuds. Just close the thing and just listen to that. Dun, dun. And they got like psychedelic lights in there and shit. This weird thing that's kind of like doing this weird funnel looking shit. It's crazy, man. But I don't know. The guy said that it just kind of helped him he was doing like the 2 times a week for a month, and they did 1 time a week for a month. And they found after that after about, closing in on a month, he would start to kind of slip into a depression. So he's doing it now. It's basically like once a month, and he just doesn't have depression anymore. It helps him you still see like the bad stuff, but you don't focus on it so much. You can see all the good stuff too. And I see the good stuff, but it's kind of like so dwarfed by so much bad shit that it's just kind of like, it's like a drop in the bucket. Yeah, you get to enjoy it, but like I said, it's fleeting. You're like, yeah, okay, yeah. Like, my cousin, he has a kid, and he was out on the beach, and he was racing somebody, and he kept losing, and he was really upset. And I hadn't got a chance to be like a dad. He was still young, I hadn't got a chance to be like a dad, and I saw exactly what what to do. And so I got up and I found this driftwood that had like this weird like white cork through it. I was like, hey man, check this out. And he's like, what's that? I was like, it's gonna make you faster than than anybody out here. And he's like, oh yeah. I'm like, yeah. You want to race? And he's like, yeah. And so like, and I just of course like halfway through, I'm like, oh yeah, oh what, oh, and I'm just walking, and he's enjoying, he's just laughing his ass off. And I was like, I demand a rematch. That's not fair. You have the stick. I want the stick. He's like, no. I'm like, one more time, and I take it 3 steps. I'm like, you gonna run faster now? What the? Oh, that's cheating. He's just having like just a blast, and he's just so happy. And then this other cousin of mine walks up and it's like, hey man, I want to race. And then it's like, okay. And then the kid, he's all, I'm like, oh cool, he's gonna, whatever. And he just totally smokes the kid and goes, guess it doesn't work. So I'm like, oh my God, are you fucking? And so he's immediately upset and crying again. And I was like, fuck, dude. Not only did you fucking take that away from him, but also like the chance for me to be like, act like a dad and calm him the fuck down. He was all fucked up and now he's all fine. Just that easily. It's fine now. Now he's all fucked up again. It was, but yeah. And that's easy to fix. It's that easy to fix him. Fucking. Why would you? Well, someone's got to teach him. Like, but yeah, like 5. It's not really. I know Edwards go hard, but we usually let him get about like 10, 13 before the hazing starts. Really, man. I know you probably upset from your hazing because you just kind of just got out of it, and now there's someone younger to haze. That's not how we do it here. You gotta let the fruit mature. Then you're just gonna squish it, and then you're not gonna ever get nothing. You're not gonna get an alcoholic out of that. And we need lots more alcoholics in the Edwards family. Those beers are not gonna drink their goddamn selves. And you, sir, snuffed out a bright light. Shit like that. I'm just like, what did you just? Did you just piss on a butterfly? Yeah. What's next? You're gonna shit? Yeah, you're gonna shit on him too. Wow. All right. Where are the mashed potatoes? If it's gonna be that kind of party, I mean, where are the mashed potatoes? But I'm hoping this ketamine is kind of like, yeah. If nothing else, just take some of the weight off, There's just been too much in the last year. Like I said, almost losing my entire music catalog for like 20 years. Dude, that was like fucked off, dude. And they just did not even care. And I didn't have any money to fix anything. Oh, god damn it, dude. I was able to get Total Studio Max thanks to my mom. and it worked out where I can, even if I don't get that 100% resolved, I can work. I'll be fine. So I got my music back, and I'm good. I'm good. Anyway it goes, I'm good. So I had to learn some new drum maps, but what they did to me with BFD, I would have had to do that any fucking way if I hadn't fixed it myself. Which, unless they plan on paying me fucking tech support, it's not what I signed up for when I bought the fucking working program that they fucking broke and locked me out of. So let's go, John Malkovich. I will see you in court. You want to see him being John Malkovich? It's my head, man. I will see you in court. He's fucking... Malkovich is just a goddamn genius, man. You gotta love... Malkovich. Oh my god. Zaphod Beeble Brox. Yeah, he did play Like, not Zaphod, but he did play somebody in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. The Vogons. Yeah, I could set this up so I could have a camera right there and I could use an iPhone right there. Oh, you can't even see it, can you? If I put it on right, yeah, I could have a secondary camera right there. I could even get like a webcam if I did it right. Okay. Yeah. I thought about doing a camera shot because like with my HD camera and just shoot it from back here, is it basically aimed right at my head so you can see the screen, but it's mostly my head. And like I'm gonna go to the inside the studio cam, and it's just like my head. So as you can see here, what we want to do with the EQ. You see that? I'm doing the arc right there. I'd give you the numbers, but I'm sure you can see it clear right there. Yeah, am I fucked up? I'm fucked up. I'm fucked up. I don't care. What's your whole fucking head? I don't care. If you're not watching Tim Robinson, oh my god. I think you should leave on Netflix. Holy fuck. Detroiters is on there too now. It's so good. Just so good. It's just not like anything else, man. That's what I like about it. When we start taping everybody, I don't like that. I don't know, man. I think that dog comes to you. Fuck. There's so much shit I like to discuss, but I don't want to ruin shit because you don't do like the whole spoiler alert. If you're not watching Black Mirror, check that shit the fuck out. That shit's, dude. Prescient was the first thing that popped in my head, but I don't know if that's the right word. But it's like when I watched it, when I started watching it like way back, man, it was so like we're like right there where it was talking about. On top of that, if you look at it, depending on what you're doing, if you're watching on your tablet, if you shut that fucker off, you're looking right into a black fucking mirror because you'll see your face right there, like is that yeah, that's the Black Mirror. I'm already in it. No wonder this seems so real. Because it is. Joan is awful. Jesus Christ, that's fucking great. That's a great thing. Futurama. Not Futurama, Future Man. That was really good until the mom died. That after, I mean, she died for real, and so they couldn't go with the story that they had, and it changed pretty hard at that point. It was still pretty funny, and I would have completely enjoyed it the whole time, rest of the time. But they went to this one place, and like Jesus was there, and it just didn't need it. You know what I mean? It's not. I mean, it's not like it just didn't need it because of the fact that it was going fine, and if there were people that would get that effect, I watched the whole thing. I don't care. I mean, I don't care, but I was like, I can see people that are going to be turning off. It just wasn't needed, If it had a better joke as to why Jesus was there, yeah, but it was just there. So it's like you're making a joke out of it, and some people take that very seriously. Whatever. It just wasn't needed, so I was like, "There, people are gonna shut people out." And I don't know, like humor that's gonna do that. And I mean, you shut out like Nazis, you know what I mean, or skinheads, or fucking KKK. Fuck them, I'm not saying that they gotta go die, but they didn't go somewhere else. Besides, they got such a problem. Fucking move, go somewhere else, do something else. I hear Europe's pretty white. You know what I mean? Just fucking go there. That's where you're from. Isn't the motherland calling you back to Germany or some kind of shit? Just go do that. Oh, right, they don't like your kind there either. So you should be able to stay right here and do it because you have freedom of religion here, and freedom of, and stupidity is your religion. So why can't you practice it all over this country in other people's faces? What's the harm in that? If I put my jackboots in someone's throat, well, come on. If he wasn't gay, I wouldn't have had to. Okay, if he wasn't black, I wouldn't have. If he wasn't gay and black, we all wouldn't have had to. I don't know. Need ketamine. Flush that shit right out of my brain, or at least focus on some shit that's not to complain. Take it easy. Have a good one. Unless anyone wants to stick around and talk, I'm about to hit the fuck out. I know it's take a little bit to fucking pop in, so I'll just wait a few seconds. I'll put on a song, and then I'm gone. People are probably out fucking hanging out, living a goddamn life. I'm the only one sitting at home. So, desktop, music for show, as opposed to music for not show. Alive and well, my dear.